Hey guys, we're going to do a walkthrough of the Take10 Toyota Prado. Alright, so Prado, she's a 2018 Toyota Landcruiser Prado. She's done about 100,000 Ks. These run the 2.8 litre diesel, the 1GD, and full-time four-wheel drive, and it's pretty stock under the block. So, listing the mods. First up, TGM AirTech snorkel. That's everything's supplied in the kit. That just plumbs up to the standard gearbox. Top of the roof. Got a Yakima background system platform, and it's really handy, these things. You see I've just got some treads up there. You can put the shovel on the side and strap everything in. Really easy to put on. I love it. It's cool. Now the soft shell rooftop tent, and that folds out this way. Got a annex which goes underneath, and then around the other side bar 270-degree awning, so that folds right out around the back, covers over the back area here too. Love it, it's great. It's also got the sides on it, and when it's all set up, man, it looks like a mansion. I noticed these Maxxis phrases, they're 33 inch, so 285/70/17. They're about as much as we could fit on a stock Prado. They've gone with a 17 inch zero offset steel wheel, and it's pretty good. And the only mods we had to do to get them in, pull this guard forward a bit. Obviously if you had a front bar you wouldn't need to do that. And in the back here, it still rubs a little bit on the guard. I have to chop that guard pretty hard to get them fit in, but other than that it's pretty good. Rears no problem at all. I have seen guys put 35s on these, but yeah, it needs quite a bit of modification. So obviously a front bar, body lift, and you have to pull the rear axle back a little bit to fit the rear in. So I may do that one day, we'll see. So I've just run a 2-inch Dobinson's lift, front and rear. They are constant load, 200 kilos in the back, and bar and winch rated in the front, even though I don't have a bar yet, that is in the plan. So they're a shock and spring in the back, and coil over in the front. Nice, easy install, yeah. Really good shocks, and they heaps more stiffer than the standard. And you could carry the rooftop tent on top, no worries at all. It's not too leany. Yeah, really happy with the suspension so far. Check it out under here. These things are like made to be lifted at a 2-inch. You'll see the CV angle. It's still nearly flat. Same 2-inch lift on my D-Max, and the CV angles are quite steep. So just in the back there, where I've made the drawer setup, just in behind this back seat here, got a dead space in there. So I've put in this 12-volt control box here. It's got charging ports and switches and stuff for lights and that. Once I eventually get around to that. And in here, just carry a jumper leads and first aid kit and tie downs and stuff like that. It's a handy little spot. We can charge phones just up on here on this little shelf. Yeah, it's good use of dead space, I think. As you can see, pretty stock. Apart from I've added in an auxiliary battery. Here, there was space for it. I've just got a 100 amp hour AGM battery. And on this side I've mounted the DC charger / power manager. So in here I've got an Anderson plug where I can plug my solar blanket into. I run a 100 watt solar blanket. I don't think it's quite enough to run a day's worth of fridge use and device charging, all that kind of stuff. If I was to do it again, I'd do a 120 amp hour battery and maybe 150 watt solar blanket. But yeah, it's all set up to handle all that, so that's where that sits. We'll see how it goes sitting in the engine bay, but so far so good. Other than that, she's pretty stock as a rock. Rightio, driver's seat. Just tucked down here. Got a EDC throttle controller. If you've got a common rail diesel, just get one of these. They're so good, it'll transform your vehicle. You just won't know yourself. It gets rid of all the lag. You've got so much control. I usually run it on Ultimate 3 or so around town. Ultimate 9 is pretty ridiculous. It gives you no lag in the throttle, and it's almost too much, too jerky. But yeah, I usually run it around that 3 mark. Usually when you're off-road and low range, I chop it down a little bit more because it gets a bit jerky in low range. And I crank it up usually when we're towing heavy loads. Just gives you a bit more throttle response. But yeah, they're good. In the back. Open this out. Just lock this one up myself. See the R&R awning comes right around and covers over this area. Just made a bit of a fridge slide here. That's cool. Easy access to the fridge. See a lot of drawers and fridge slides that you buy pre-assembled, they usually have the fridge higher. There are drawers below and then the fridge higher. To me, that doesn't really work. You have to constantly try to get into the tippy-toe getting into the fridge. Then it works out these sliding rails I just bought off Trade Me. Relatively cheap. It's a really nice solution. Makes it heaps more professional. It's under here. Just got a workbench. So we run our cooker on here, strap my gas bottle to this, so that hangs in there. Just a really nice workspace. That tucks away, you're done. Just above it, just got space for tools and that. So you find when your bench is out, you don't need to access your tools generally, so that's a good place for them there. Up the top here, just got a little drawer which we can store cutlery and spices, stuff like that. For cooking. Day to day, I chuck the tools in there. Yeah, carpeted out, just a little cargo barrier there. There's space down the sides to keep keys and whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far, and it's working out well. That's pretty much it.